Okay, position statements. A position statement does what it says on the tin. It outlines your position. It's as simple as that. Now, I see position statements that are 50, 60, 70 pages long, and I'm telling you, the courts do not look at them. You might think that you've got lots of evidence the court needs to see. The court is not going to look at a huge statement that the judge has been shoved into his hand 5 minutes before a court hearing. So keep it short. 2 pages max. 3 if you can convince me otherwise, but 2 pages otherwise. It needs to be in 3 sections. The first section is a background of the case. The very, very brief details, not a chronology. It doesn't need to be 50 or 60 entries. A few lines. When you separated from your ex, when contact stopped, why contact stopped, if the police were involved, that sort of thing. The second point are the issues. How you see the things that are causing the problems. Don't go into a opportunity to criticise your ex. Talk about the incidents that have happened that are causing the problems. Talk about the things that are not helping. The third point is what you would like the court to order. Keep it realistic, guys. The court hasn't got powers to do things like order your ex to communicate, or the court is not going to order an immediate reversal of residence when you're not seeing your kids for 6 months. Not going to happen. Don't do it. Make sure that the document is single-sided. Here's a copy of a template position statement that I've just printed out, and I will post images of it at the end of this TikTok. Now, when it comes to the actual hearing itself, take it on a day. Don't send it ahead unless the court has specifically asked you to do so. Take multiple copies with you, not 1 copy. You need to have a copy for yourself. You need to have a copy for the other side, your ex or their solicitor if they've got one. One for the CAFCAS officer, one for the judge, maybe a few different copies if it's magistrates. Take it on a day. When you get to the court and you check in, hand it over to the clerk of the court, the admin desk, and say, can this be put before the judge, before the court, before the hearing? Often they'll do that. Sometimes they'll say no, but it's rare. It's worth doing. Now, a good position statement is also great as a script, especially if you're representing yourself, because it contains everything you need the court to know, even if you don't get a word in edgewise. If you walk into court and your ex's solicitor is doing all the talking and you don't get a chance to say what you need to know, the position statement will do it for you. If you do get a chance, you can use this as a script. I would say when you write your position statement, be mindful it needs to be child focused at every point. Also be mindful that if it doesn't detail in a welfare checklist, you don't want to put it in there. The court is not going to be interested in a lot of things. Keep it focused. You've got 2 pages, make it count. You don't need to say that you're doing this to act in the best interest of your child either. The court will implicitly know that. You're hardly going to go to court and say, I'm doing this, but I know it's not for my kid. So keep it implicit. Focus on what it is you want to happen. Make it easy for the court to order what you want it to order. Don't get involved in rebuttals of your ex's allegations. I've covered this in the previous TikTok. Now, this position statement template I've put together, I'm going to add them as images to the end of this TikTok so you can pause the TikTok and have a look. If you've got any comments, any questions, post them and I'll try to answer them. I hope this helps.